in this video, obviously, if you're, well, not a hardcore debugger, but if you, know about the most recent leak that came out on Twitter with the new oath for the, Hero's Blade, that is basically what we're doing is we're building that before it comes out and seeing how well it ages, and once it comes out, we're going to be doing a new build, and, um, basically just from that. Based off of the image alone, this is what I think the requirements might be for getting the oath. Um, obviously, I just put in Fortitude as a placeholder, but, I want 20 Shadow, Gale, Thunder, Frost, and Flame. It just makes sense to me for some reason, based off of the image, and 75 medium weapons since I believe that's I always thought they were medium weapon, but I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be 75 in any weapon, or it may be 0. I don't know. I'm just gonna put 75 anyway. And actually, based off of the hero blades, it should be 0. So yeah. Obviously, if this does end up being the way to get the oath, you want to start off with Shadow, Thundercall, and get Frost, Flame, and Gale, because Shadow and Thundercall are the only two mantras that you basically have to go to the depths to get, and we don't want to go to the depths, so that's fun. So obviously Murmur Ardor, Origin does not matter, we're gonna just default, Voidwalker. Oath, we're just gonna default it as Oathless, but you know what it means. Outfit Black Diver, Bell. So, there's a couple of ways this oath could work. It could be like a sort of crazy slots sort of thing, where it's like you pull out one of the hero blades and you start using abilities based off of that hero blade, or it uses all the hero blades in succession and it just basically gives you the mantra's like effects on attack, or like M1s or stuff. And so if it's going to be a crazy slots version, then there are a lot of things that we can do. Since crazy slots is obviously not going to be there, there's Blood Scourge, that's obviously a option. Gravity Field could also be pretty good. There is Sacred Field is always on the table. Portal is always on the table. I guess Jar of Souls if it's more melee heavy, so you can have a ranged attack. And Wind Up is also here, because Wind Up is also a pretty good thing. But I'm gonna default it on Blood Scourge because Blood Scourge is good on pretty much any build if you don't know what build. But yeah, depending on how that oath plays out, the bell will change. So if it doesn't end up being like the crazy slots version, then it might be better where it's like if it ends up being where it just gives you like the abilities on proc, Sacred Field might not be the best, or it might be better because of the mantra, or might not be better because of the mantra stuff. Unless you get talents and mantras, and then it's the other way around. So, I'm gonna start building this, and I will get back to you with a full sort of rundown of the build. Alright, so this is the build that I decided to go with. Since okay, this is based off of if it's meant for more statuses, so you're barraging your opponent with like burn and cool and freeze and shock and all that. This is meant for that sort of oath. And basically it runs 55 charisma because charisma talents, stuff like all of these are it's like it barrages your opponents with even more statuses than they want to be dealing with at the time. And it's just too much for them to handle. Plus, tough love, all of that, charisma, charisma is just good overall. I went with willpower and intelligence. Willpower because it has some pretty good talents. Just overall, it unlocks some pretty good talents like disbelief, so it won't work on you. There is Ardor Scream. There's just a bunch of good talents that you can add on to this build that I don't have on here. That you can that are just good for in general things. So there we have intelligence because the mantras that we're running, we're running a lot of low tier mantras, so I ran a bunch of intelligence so we're able to continuously fire these off because they're gonna have a bunch of what's it called, a bunch of modifiers on them. So like Shadow Gun by itself, look, weak, right? But Shadow Gun with like multiplying sparks and all that is really strong, plus Bloodless Gem, like perfect. That is what we're looking for, but that's gonna cost a lot more ether, so that's what the intelligence is there for. Agility was just extra points that I had it, and I didn't want to waste it on and I didn't want this build to just be like very hunky. Fortitude because fortitude is just pretty good overall. It also gives you access to a lot more a lot more options. And 20 strength because again, more talent options. Plus we don't want to be doing 0 damage with our weapons. Let's just, I mean, if this does end up scaling off of scaling based off of how much like you have into your mantras, then strength can go to 0 and you can put those stats wherever else you want. But currently I have them in strength just in case it isn't, or like while you're getting up to becoming the Hero's Blade Master is what I'm gonna call it. But we decided, the mantras I decided are on Flame Blade, Warden's Blade, Thunder Kick, Shadow Gun, Lightning Stream, Gale Lunge, Glacial Arc, and Flame of Denial. So, if you've seen the recent Agamatsu clip, you know Flame of Denial is pretty good on this build, and just in general. Glacial Arc because we needed a mobility, and most of the mobility is, like, not good. You can replace Glacial Arc with Shoulder Bash if needed. Shadow Gun is mainly there for our damage output. Gale Lunge is for rushing them down. Lightning Stream is if if you don't want to rush them down, or if they're like running away from you, you can grab them towards you. Thunder Kick is for block breaking. Warden's Blade is for M1, or like if they're on top of you and they fainted an attack, you can hit Warden's Blade and parry their next attacks, and just really good damage overall if they're like rushing you down and barraging you from close range. And Fireblade is good with Winded Gem. I've tried it out, it is pretty good. Plus Fireblade, if you upgrade it, does an insane amount of damage. So yeah, this is the mantras that we're building. Weapons, I don't really want to build a weapon, but if I did have to, it would probably just be a Hero's Blade, and it won't... Oh. Why won't you let me type? Okay, well, it'd probably just be a Hero's Blade, like, maybe Shadow, or Lightning, but it'd just be a Hero's Blade. So, yeah. And the talents that I'm running... Hang on, give me a second. Who just joined? Hey, I'm recording right now, so just you don't have to talk. You can if you want, but
What are you doing?
I'm recording for Deep Woken.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna leave for a little bit and then I'll be back.
Okay,
Oh, I'm also gonna leave.
okay,
I'll be back probably though, maybe.
all right. So, okay, so I decided to run Volt Kick because we are already running Volt Kick, so might as well. I have all the adepts because we already are running 20 in each. We want all the charm casters. We want Bloodletter because Supa has shown us what that is. Ether Kick and Health Pack because obviously. Fisherman because of the HP, plus you can execute in water. Golden Tongue is mainly for mantra boosts and such. Encore is oh, why am I running Encore? I don't have any singing mantras, I don't believe. Yeah, no. Don't run Encore. But Disbelief is so if someone else tries to use this build on you, it won't work as much. Swift Rebound is just good overall. Nullifying Clarity does more damage if they have a status effect, obviously. Water off the duck's back is like pretty good if you're getting attacked by like someone who is running like one mantra, and it's just good like on this build, so you're not getting barraged with elements at all either. And this is also good on other builds, so if you are fighting this build in specific, it'll go, all of the statuses that they're putting onto you will go to them. And Ardor Scream because I already had Ardor, and I decided to just go ahead and go the full way. So this is the build so far. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Feel free to change it how you will. I decided to go 1, 2, 3, 6, by the way. So 2, 6, 1, 3, 2 Vitality, 6 Erudition, 1 Proficiency, 3 Song Chant. Boons and flaws are up to you. And yeah. So, I'm going to, once the Oath comes out, I'm going to make a new build based off of how the Oath is actually obtained and how it actually plays out. And I will put into this, like, a video, like, in the title. I'm gonna put in, but like, I don't know. It's just gonna, like, be some sort of indicator that this is before the Oath came out, so if people search up for a build and find this, this is before the Oath came out. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. Can't wait to see the Hero's Blade come out, Hero's Blade Oath come out, and I hope you guys have fun with it. Bye.